Curated conversations. Curated conversations. Curated conversations. Curated conversations. Curated conversations. This is CreativeWorks. Curated conversations.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Linda Cameron, and I would like to invite you to Curated Conversations, brought to you by CreativeWorks and Joe's Movement Emporium. A few words about CreativeWorks. We are an art-based workforce development program serving young adults in Prince George's County between the ages of 17 and 24. And our mission is to train, prepare emerging artists to take their creative place in the world of art. If you would like to support our amazing young artists, please visit our website, joesmovement.org, or check us out via one of our other platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Without further ado, I would like to introduce you to our two amazing hosts for this conversation. We have Victor Valdez and Charles Thompson, and they will take it from here.
Thank you, as always, Miss Linda. It's great to have you. Welcome, everyone, to Curated Conversations, Episode 2. My name is Charles Thompson, currently a CreativeWorks alumni and current student at Prince George's Community College in the graphic design field. Now I'm going to throw it to Victor, my co-host.
Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? As y'all know, my name is Victor, also CreativeWorks alumni. I will be enrolling in PGCC for HVAC. That's the plan. And for Mr. Chidi, I did have a question for you. My question to you is, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Besides that, my main question was, when did you realize coaching was going to be a strong anchor for your website? What made you so certain?
Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
How you guys doing? That's a very interesting question. By the way, I appreciate you both on this, and I hope you guys don't bombard me with questions. I'm kidding. I'm just here to serve. So when I realized that coaching is my thing, right? So the initial stage, I wasn't thinking about coaching because I didn't even know. I know what it means to be a coach because I've done so many trainings and workshops. Not me doing, but I've enrolled in so many trainings and workshops. But the initial idea was to have a t-shirt, manufacture a t-shirt that will have my company name Merkurius on it. So, but the intellectual property behind that t-shirt is, first, I want to make it's a unique t-shirt though. So I want to make a double-sided t-shirt that you can put on both the front and the reverse side. And it's going to have my company name on it with the word, the mind as a person. So the reason for this was I was trying, because I've seen people go through some things about being in control of their mind. So I've seen people go through some stuff that I know that those people has like enough potentials to pull them through in the affairs of life, but they keep on lacking behind, not simply because they don't have the capabilities or they don't have the unique abilities, but because they don't know how to utilize those things that they have. So the aim for the t-shirt was to use it to pass a message. And the message was, or still is, to let people know that nobody has the right to write you off. You can't be written off by anybody. So normally, if you wear the back of a t-shirt or the reverse side of a t-shirt, whichever way you will call it, people will look at you like you don't know what you're doing. People want you to, switch over for you to put on the right part, which means the reverse side of a t-shirt is not something you're supposed to wear. So, but that idea, making both the front and the back wearable, is I want people to know that nobody has the right to tell you that you're a back of a t-shirt. So if you allow that, that is you giving that permission. And the second part was the mind as a person, was to let people know that if you understand your mind, just like you understand a person, a friend, a colleague, for you to be able to interact with people, to make friends with people, if you can understand your mind that way, it will help you in the affairs of life. So, but after that, I was like, then after this t-shirt and passing on this message and this intellectual property, then what happens? There had to be a follow-up. So that was when I started looking in the area of coaching, started taking the courses, the trainings that I need. And because I've always been someone who's very obsessed about how the mind works, so I did more major on the psychology, behavior analysis, and all that. And, I trained under many people like Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, John Maxwell, and many more. So that was how my coaching career started.
I'm not gonna lie, that was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed that. Thank you. Now, Charles, if you don't mind, I got another question. It's kind of itching, to be honest. My other question was, how did you believe your website was going to help others become the best version of themselves? That was my question for you.
Okay, so before I answer this question, so I want you to understand that if you want to make a difference, you don't have to, have a website. So the website was, to be able to reach more people, which is very important if you're, trying to be an entrepreneur or, have your own business. It's very important for you so that people can be able to connect with you if you wish to connect to, bigger audience or clients and all that. So, but first of all, the drive should come from within. So my website, when I was building my website, it was just my website, my friend. I wasn't, because then I wasn't all that into coaching stuff yet. So it was just beginning. So I just built a very website that, what I had in my mind was I want a website that a 4-year-old can access, a 6-year-old can access. So because if I'm trying to reach more people, I'm not trying to get something that will be complicated. Because the easier you make your message, the easier it is for people to connect with it. So if I'm trying to create a website about my message, which is Merkurius, the mind as a person, so I had to follow a pattern that will grant, that will grant my audience or visitors more, make them more comfortable and be more easier for them. So my website wasn't the major thing when I wanted to move into coaching. It was the passion that I have to make, that I had in my mind to make a difference. So that was what pushed me. So the website is just secondary. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. It did. That was awesome.
Very awesome.
Go ahead, Charles.
And thanks, Vic. And on the topic of connecting with people, as a mind development coach and founder of Merkurius LLC, I'm sure you've had to network numerous times in your life. My question for you is, what advice can you give someone that wants to seek out, creating deeper connections and better relationships with people?
Okay, that's very important. That's a very important question, because normally there's this quote that says, if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with people. So it's very important. You can't, I've had many people, it's a very cool statement to make that I'm self-made. I've had many people make that statement before, but I don't believe in that word or in that statement. Nobody is self-made. We all learn things from people. And that is why networking and connecting with people is very important. So when it comes down to networking or connecting with people, first of all, you have to have that sincerity to be able to connect with people truly, not just because of what you want to gain from them, but because you want to genuinely help. So networking comes down to your ability to show yourself to be vulnerable even in front of people, because people can only connect with you deeply when they feel that like they know you. That's where the stronger connection happens, because feeling is a very powerful thing. It is a different thing that, I'm talking to someone and I'm just exhibiting, my intelligence, speaking words. Maybe I believe I'm saying something very valuable and all that. And they just speak those words, but they might pick the words that you're saying. They might love your content, but they might not connect with you. But whenever you are able to let people feel that you care about them, you care about how they feel, you care about their feelings, you care about their affairs, they connect with you more. They have a deeper connection with you. So networking always comes down to having the mind that I am not moving into this for the gain. I'm not approaching this person because I just want to exhibit my intelligence or try to intimidate them with what I know, but I genuinely want to help them. That is when true connection happens. So, and me, normally, there are people that I follow as a mentor, people that I listen to them like on a daily basis. And I know that this thing they called wisdom can come from anywhere. They said, if you want skills or if you want experience, you can go to an expert. But if you want wisdom or creativity, that can come from anywhere. So a 2-year-old can teach you something at a sport. So that's it. So whenever I'm connecting with people, I'm not just going, because of their professional titles. I look out for values. So when I connect with those people, what I do is I look around them, the set of people that they have as, friends, and I try to follow those people too. And I try to offer things like, when I put up a post out there and maybe I created a content and any of them liked it, I will just go maybe at the end of the day and humbly write and say, thank you for liking my post. As simple as that may sound, it signals something inside of them. They know that you value gratitude, that you value that you're someone that likes appreciation. So all those little things are the things that once you do them, on the long run, it will help you create a better network of people that will help you to be able to, move your dream from the bottom line to the top. Hope that answers your question.
It was very helpful. I was taking notes, if you can tell. Vic, you want to take it from here?
Yeah. Thank you. Man, it really leaves me speechless. I'm not gonna lie. Another question I had for you was, when making the website, what other influence guided you to create the best final product?
Okay, so from your questions, I understood that you value website, and that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Not taking anything away from that.
Right.
And when you talk about influence, it still comes down to, I have an idea,
mm-hmm.
and I know I can be able to create everything that will bring the idea out there. So I had to connect, I had to talk to people, I had to connect with people that are very good in those fields. So the influence I had in creating my website, I wouldn't really call it an influence. It was just something of relationships that I already developed with people. So I have this, and by the way, I work on my website like every time, because I upgrade content there, because I learn every day. So when you want to start a business or want to start anything fresh, my advice to you is, do not focus so much on how to create an amazing website. The reason is this: what changes people is not truly what you put up in your website. What changes people is what or who you are. So when you are creating your website, one thing that should influence you is make sure you have yourself in the website. Make sure you can be seen in the website. When I say that, I'm not talking about uploading your pictures in your website. No. What I meant by that is make sure the qualities and the values that makes you a great person is seen in the website. When people come to your website, let them see you. Let them be able to they might not, ever see you in this life. But if someone visits your website, let them be able to tell your story. Let them be able to sit someone else down and talk to them like they know you. So once you are doing anything about creating a website, don't just go like flashy because you're trying to draw. That's very important. You're trying to draw visitors to your website. It's very important. You want traffic and all that is very important. The technical aspect, there are people that can do that for you, putting you up in the search SEO and all that. But first, you need to make sure that you represent yourself in your website. So if there's one thing that will influence you in building your website, make sure your values, your qualities, and who you are as a person. Hope that answers your question.
It did. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Charles, do you have another question?
Yes, I do. Reaching back to the, I guess, qualities, values, and personality, just straying away from the website. I'm sure this is duly noted and super important when you're actually speaking to people face to face. And that also translates to when you're, how do I say it? When you're gathering information in order to prepare to speak with people, what process do you take to keep that information concise, to deliver the best possible message at that point in time?
Okay, that's a very hard question. So why I laughed is I just remember the first time I gave a speech. So it was horrible. So, but I already have this connection when I'm talking to people one-on-one. I mean, I can give you my whole self when I'm talking to people one-on-one. And I've seen how that influenced, people around me. So, but when it comes to like trying to deliver a speech or do a teaching to a group of people. So the one thing that always gets me afraid is I'm talking to a group of people that have different perspective about life, different experience, and many other things. So I'm scared. And being a coach doesn't mean I know more than them. It doesn't mean I'm wiser than them. It's just that I have the passion to be able to help because I want to concentrate on them. I want to focus on them. So they might know many other things, but because of the activities of life, they can't be able to concentrate on the main things so that they can drive result, drive productivity. So me being a coach, my work is coming to them to help them understand that if you are on level 5, it is possible for you to get on level 10. So when I'm coming to speak to people, what I put in my head is I completely remove the fact that I know more than them. That's why I love asking questions. So if you want to develop how to connect, it still goes back to how to connect with people with your, the kind of person that you are, your personality, your qualities, and your values. When you are coming to people, just make sure that whatever you think you want to present is solving a problem. Not just to give a fine speech, not just to have a beautiful conversation. Just make sure that that is solving a problem. And this is how it works. It's either everyone is in that shoe. It's either people wants to move towards pleasure or they want to run away from it, from pain. So once you come to people and you want to like teach them, not necessarily teach them or maybe be friends or advise them on something and have a conversation with them or coach them, just make sure you are coming to offer a solution to something. Not just coming to tell them the things that you know, but make sure you're actually solving a potential problem. And the important, and how you find that out is by the kind of questions you ask them. Let them feel free to express themselves. Never be judgmental. If you see a mistake, it's very obvious that they are getting this thing wrong. Do not just lash out at them with that, like, man, this is, rubbish and all that. No, never let people, because our brains are designed to always be defensive. So once people find out that you are trying to be judgmental or you are trying to like make decision for them, once people feel that way, it might not be the truth, but once they feel it, they get into the defensive mood. And whatever you're saying to them at that period of time won't be sinking in. So it will just be like a baseless argument. They might listen to you, but they're not taking in anything out. So once you're approaching people, have a solution, have a mind that I'm trying to offer a solution to a potential problem, and never be judgmental, and be patient with them. Be patient with them, guide them in the growth, because in that process, they don't just grow, you grow too. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, that was incredibly helpful. I've been taking notes so far.
That was really good. I'm not gonna lie. That was really helpful. I'm not gonna lie. That was really good. I had a question, but it was more so my follow-up question, but you already had answered it. It was supposed to be, what is your objective when reaching out to your audience? And I noticed that it was mainly for problem solving. And that's what really answered my question. And that really resonated with me. But my main question was, what kind of audience are you trying to reach out to? Because, a lot of people wouldn't go for such a young crowd, or sometimes they would want to do something in the middle. You never know. You can pick up somebody that's fresh out of high school, or somebody that's just leaving college. What kind of audience are you trying to reach out to?
Okay, that's very important. That's a very, very important question. Like, that question is very important. So before I answer that question, when I started, I was having difficulties, like, who am I going to talk to? Because I don't even know what people are going through. I don't know, what people are suffering from. So, but I know people are going through stuff. How can you reach them? Where are they? So, but as I began to refine my goals, my objectives, and I started creating a structure. So the structure that I created, I found out that a lot of people are going through depression. A lot of people are going through anxiety disorders. A lot of people are going through some mental retardations. And this is not all of this is as a result of some, deficiencies, medically. Most of all these things are because of past experiences, beliefs, backgrounds, circumstances, experience. And people refuse to leave that environment. They remained in those places. And those things is now guiding the way they live their life. So I began to think, what if I let these people understand that this thing that happened to you is just a circumstance? That's not who you are. So my audience mainly are people that struggle with environment, struggle with things that they see as limitations. I've spoken to people that they would tell me that they have anger issues and they said that is who they are. I said, no, it is who you tell yourself that you are. That's not who you are. Anger is a different thing separately. You are a different entity separately. So you can't say anger, being angry is who you are. So those are the people that I began to narrow my niche down to be able to reach out to them. So what I did was I started hanging out, in places online where I can find people like that, because now technology has made things very much easier. You can go on Facebook and search out for groups that, depression and anxiety disorders. You can go to groups and search out people with addiction and all that. So it depends on the field that you want to go. You can go to the Facebook or any other platform and search out for people that love music, jazz, country music, hip hop, you understand. So all those ways were the way I started, the lane I started going at that particular moment. But another thing that helped is, referrals, because people that I've worked with, they started telling other people that, okay, this person can help you with this. It can make you realize the power that you possess as a person, the power that your mind has and all that. So that was how I narrowed the niche down. Trust me, the world, we are 7+ billion people in this earth. And just a niche, if you can serve a niche, you will live a very meaningful life. So, but I just want you to know this before I end this. Still be open-minded. Because sometimes when we start up something, we might believe that this is it. So, but still be open-minded, be open for change, be open for growth. Because there are certain goals that I had like 2 years ago that now definitely I'm off that route. So never say this is what I want to do and that's it. So still know that there are rooms for growth. So you might have a big dream, but understand that flexibility is part of pursuing those dreams. Hope that answers your question.
Thank you. It did answer my question. I was really curious about that because I never knew exactly what type of audience you would reach out to. And people like myself, who we have here today, Ms. Brittany, Ms. Linda, Charles, I didn't know exactly who would be your audience that you would go ahead and want to reach out to. So that definitely did answer my question. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I feel like this is all we have for today. Thank you very much, Chidi, for all the great information you've shared with us.
Thank you.
I've learned a whole lot, and I'm sure we all have. Thank you for everyone else. Thank you for everyone else for coming out, for tuning in for Curated Conversations with our creative workers here. Ms. Linda, Ms. Brandy, the good man, Charles. For more updates, please visit joesmovement.org at /CreativeWorks. There you go. Hope y'all stay safe and keep on keeping on.
Curated Conversations. This is CreativeWorks. Curated Conversations.